Hey guys, this is acservicetech, and today what we're going over is how to read the voltages at the control board to verify that the thermostat's actually calling for either fan, heat, or cooling. So I've been having a lot of questions come in as far as, hey, I'm turning my thermostat on heat and nothing's happening after that, or I'm turning the thermostat on cooling and nothing's happening. So my first question always is, do you have 24 volts between the heat wire in common, or the fan wire in common, or the cooling wire in common? So in this video I just want to go over that. So this is all to test your thermostat and your thermostat wire out, and we're going to read our voltages right on our terminal block of our control board. To start off, our common wire is C right here, our heat wire is W, our cooling wire is Y, our power wire is R, 24 volt power, and our G wire right here, that is for fan. So all of those are wired right into the thermostat, and we just want to make sure that our R voltage comes to the thermostat, connects to, say, G, okay, right here, we're turning the fan on, and then it comes back to the G terminal on the control board of the furnace. So if you're in the furnace, you just want to make sure that you have this door switch shut in order to make sure that you have power to the thermostat. In order to do these tests, it's not necessary to actually have a C wire going to the thermostat. If your thermostat is battery operated or is a non-digital thermostat, then you do not need this C wire coming from C to C in the thermostat. However, our C terminal right here is actually connected to the transformer. So we can actually take a voltage reading right now. We're going to turn this multimeter on to volts AC. We're going to turn the light on. This is a UEI DL479. Same basic multimeter as a DL469, except this one happens to have a temperature sensor as well. Alright, so if we were going to check for voltage, we could go between common and R, and you have 27 volts because you have a hot wire R and a common wire for C. Alright, so 27 volts. Right now we're going to read 27 volts here on the G because we're actually connecting the R and the G inside the thermostat to turn the fan on. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn the fan off, and you see that our voltage has decreased. So what we're looking at is reading 24 volts. So anytime we're talking about 24 volts, we're talking about 24 to 29 volts. Anywhere's in there is good. So now if we want to check for heat, what we're going to do is we're going to turn our thermostat to heat, make sure that we're reading a number higher than what it actually is in the room. And now we're going to leave the one probe on common, and we're going to move the other probe over to W. So what this means is that R is coming into the thermostat and should be touching W and coming back to the control board. So you see we're reading 27.69 volts. So that's telling us that the control board is receiving the signal for heat, and right now you can see that our LED status code light is actually flashing. So that's one of the things that you want to look for to make sure that if the heat is not turning on, you kind of have an idea of what's happening or what's the problem. So right here we have 27 volts indicating that heat is calling. Now we're going to go ahead and turn our thermostat to cooling, and we're going to leave the one probe on common, and we're going to put the other probe on Y this time. You see that we don't have any volts right now, and you see that cool on is actually flashing. What that is, that's a 5-minute delay before it's even going to turn on. So say you have just turned the power off to a furnace and just turned it on, the thermostat is going to see that. Or if you were running, say, air conditioning or the heat pump, you turned it off and then you wanted to turn it back on right away, you're going to have a 5-minute delay before it's going to go ahead and kick in. So in our case, what we're going to do is we're just going to pull the face off, and we're just going to jump it out. But normally you're just going to go ahead and wait for the 5-minute delay because you want to actually check to make sure if this thermostat face is working properly. So we jumped from R to Y, and now we should be having a 24 volt signal on the control board telling basically the blower motor to turn on in high speed. Now we're going to read our voltage from Y to C, and you see that we are reading 27.6 volts. So that is working properly. So if we wanted to take our one magnet off of our lead right here, you see that we are not reading any voltage. And now with our mag jumpers right here, we are reading 27.5 volts. Okay, so that's how you do it. That's how you read voltage at the control board in order to verify that the thermostat wire is good and the thermostat face is good. We also use these mag jumpers. They're real handy in order to just jump thermostat terminals out. They don't jump these out just because those are brass, but these are actually steel, so these magnets work very well. You could also just use a piece of thermostat wire as well in order to jump it, but you should wait for your 5-minute delay and then make sure that your temperature is actually calling for lower than what it is in the room. If you're looking for the tools used in this video, I have them all linked down in the description below, such as the Subco mag jumpers and the UEI multimeter, the DL479 and the DL469. If you want to help support this HVACR training channel, check out patreon.com/acservicetech, where we're rewarding the members there by adding extra content such as articles, videos, and answering questions. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and we'll see you next time at AC Service Tech channel.